Let's take a look now, since we know they found him in the living room. Okay. What is this clip? I don't remember this outfit at all.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road.
I'm remembering it slightly now. This was the one where I was suspicious because it was felt very rehearsed.
I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just...
What about the wig? We've seen all the clips about... Or... DE? Yeah, just the one. Alright, some more descriptions of his wound, maybe?
on his throat. How?
So, is that implying like shards of glass in his throat? Because that would definitely make sense. What is this one?
His body. It didn't look real. Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present.
I mean, that was dumb.
She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
I kinda believe that. But I'm still confused. Isn't it Eve who referred to him as my husband in another context? Did I not hear shattered in that last clip? Just the one. Huh. That's the one where she's either talking to herself or talking to somebody else, so... And we've seen all of those. So this has got to be Eve, right? Because she's the one who keeps referring to Hannah.
She's better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything.
Okay. What about the bruise? He hit her. So that explains the bruise. But, oh, okay. I haven't seen all these clips then. Let's see.
Bruise. Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing.
I
I
thought
was
we had
going through
looked
the
this
top
up
cupboard in my
before.
kitchen, and the chair slipped, and I kind of hit the door with my face. It hurt like hell.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match.
Ugh.
Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days.
So they
She snuck a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen.
is Hannah the one with violent
So much
tendencies
love
and
was
Eve
synchronized
just
anyway.
seems more
Started appearing on the
unstable?
same day. Well, childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
I got an achievement. Detective Sergeant, 50% of database accessed. Hold on. There was something in this clip.
was 9.
No, that wasn't the right clip. Which clip was it? This one?
If one of us got hurt, give her a huge black eye.
There was something that piqued my interest in here, but now I can't remember what it
Punched her in
was.
the face and came up to Hannah the next day.
Let's see. Let's just see hit and punched. What do we have?
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car.
And then she
drove.
crashed the car,
I
right?
don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back.
I'm still confused on the timeline. Does the original
decided that
argument
She was more important to me.
the day before, she was more important to me than Simon. Okay. Oops, that's... I know what I'm typing. Okay. Is there anything else? And I don't even remember what some of these were. Huh. Nothing new. Oh, okay.
We were obsessed with fairy tales.
Probably
Not
not,
just the
but
pretty
we'll see
ones,
this one
but
out.
The traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper and dressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
We already looked Princess up, right? No. Okay.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well, I went over the river. And then there was a church. There. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
That wasn't the right word, but okay.
Yeah. We were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Is hair a thing? Is this something I should be following? Rapunzel? Looks like maybe.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. How many of these in colour?
Weird.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
She said her story in that earlier clip, and that's making me think that, like, they've talked to each other. Or, well, it was her story about what happened, so.
Yes. Like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
Or storybooks, which is not what I meant, but.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal.
This weird psychological interpretation shit seems very out of place in an interrogation, but so does a whole lot of other stuff going on.
That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Guess we could look up fairy tales too.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to take the story? It's a real life fairy tale.
Well, all the more reason to look up fairy tale. I don't suppose you've got evil stepmothers or whatever going on that you want us to talk about. Oh, well, it would help if I TALED.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
Of course. Alright, let's see these through.
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy.
The tattoo
We
is
were good
so
to each other.
overt.
Life isn't a fairy tale.
Like, we're supposed to notice, but I can't tell if they are or not. At this point, on July 1st, did the police know that they're different people? Have they known the whole time?
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Okay, that's definitely odd. All right, let's take a break.